Right, let's go. DJ, here we are. Reactions to today's presser. We're 2 days away from UFC 271 in Houston. What a great press conference today. What did you see?
Man, it was indeed. CT, always good to join you in these episodes. Always looking sharp.
Oh, yeah.
As usual. It was a good press conference, right? I think for us here in Melbourne, it's on a Friday morning. We were able to catch that on time, and there's plenty to take in. But I think the one word I'll use for the press conference was that it was a wholesome press conference. I just thought there was a lot of respect, which I was surprised. I was actually expecting a little bit more fireworks, to be honest. But overall, I really enjoyed that press conference. I think it was a very organic, natural press conference. If I may say, I think compared to the last press conference, where there was like 5 different languages being spoken, and the media trying to attack the fighters, it was a weird press conference. And then to come out of that and then come into this, I think it was really good. Yeah. What do you think? What was your key takeaway from it?
Yeah, I think the key takeaway was how relaxed everyone looked. Like it looked like every fighter was super confident. Smiles. There was jokes. Dana looked happy too. Second big pay-per-view of the year, and to me, just the fact that everyone was quite respectful. What about yourself? What stood out?
100%. I think I was expecting a little bit more mind games. Maybe this in itself was mind games from the last style bender, because obviously everyone like me probably Whittaker was expecting the same, and maybe the general public too, expecting him to come out and do a few things. He didn't. I think he kept it quite straightforward, quite civil. But maybe that in itself is a mind game, because then it's got us talking. It's obviously got people thinking. I love the Shui bit. I love all the exchanges between Derek Lewis and Taito Iwasa. I think that's going to be a fantastic fight. What we saw in that press conference between those two is a preview of what that fight is going to be. I think it's going to be a banger of a fight, right? Yeah. I agree with one of the guys, I think, who asked the question. He asked, do you envision this going past the first round? And I think they both agreed it won't. And I agree. I don't think it will, but let's see. It went for, that's entertainment guaranteed, that fight. And I mean, man, I want to get a hold of one of those Shui things. I thought it was cool. I think it'll be a cool addition to, party tricks. I was a bit disappointed that Dana didn't do the Shui. It looked like he was about to. He was asking for a beer. I don't know. Maybe he's told his employees, hey, in a press conference we might ask things, but if you bring it out, you're fine. Because I mean, surely they can find a beer in an arena. But outside of that, though, I did think, let's talk about the main event, or the fighters involved in the main event, the last time Ben and the Robert Whittaker. I thought they were both quite zeroed in. They both looked calm, focused. I honestly did think Robert Whittaker looked very calm. I was expecting some sort of, a little bit of a hangover from that knockout. And it was a nasty defeat, right? It was a crazy knockdown or a knockout, and then then see that person again. I was expecting a little bit more, but maybe he's definitely come to terms with it, and he looked very relaxed. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's like you said in the past, Whittaker. You said being in a foreign habitat allows him to focus a bit more.
Yeah,
I think, and I think that helped him look a little bit more relaxed. Yeah. Also, the underdog, you've lost already. I know, DJ, there's a lot at stake. You don't want to lose the second time. Yeah. But do you feel like, part of you is a bit like nothing to lose kind of thing, You've lost the first one on home soil. It's been so long. I mean, it's been 3 years almost, pandemics or... Yeah. I mean, you and I were in the arena, Marvel Stadium that day.
Man, what a spectacle that was.
50-something towel. I mean, the world's a different place. It just feels like these two are different fighters since then, and it's just a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember walking into that arena, we're outside of Marvel Stadium, and then we're walking in, and as soon as you enter, you get the gateways, and then you go in, and then all you hear is this loud roar where the crowd's going crazy. I think, it was insane. It was a great experience. But obviously, you're right. You're spot on. I don't think that home pressure's there for Whittaker. I think he performs well with that. I think he enjoys fighting away. He's a phenomenal martial artist, and so is Israel Adesanya, right? They both are. But I think it's going to be beneficial for Whittaker to fight away from home. Obviously, in such a high stakes fight, Israel Adesanya will perform anywhere. He even mentioned it in this press conference, and he loves pressure. Right? It's something that he puts on himself, and then he thrives under that pressure. So for him, he is a genuine superstar, right? He is, he is in that league with Conor McGregor, I feel, in terms of the talk, and then talking the talk, and then walking the walk, right? His presence on social media is quite significant. He's well known, right? So I think, look, I think we're going to get to see a really good fight. The fact that they both appear to be in a good state of mind, which bodes well for the fight. So we're going to see. I think we're going to see a chess match. I believe we're going to see high-level martial arts. I mean, look, they could prove us wrong. Someone could get knocked out in the first minute, right? You never know. But look, all things indicate that it's going to be a tactical chess match. I believe, in my humble, casual opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think about the crowd? Like, do you think being two foreigners in a US crowd, do you think they're just going to support both fighters the same way? Or do you think it's going to be a little bit more partial to just to one or the other? Or
the crowd's always going to be a little bit partial to Israel Adesanya, right? Robert Whittaker is well liked by everyone, right? He's one of them neutral fighters who represents himself well. Great fighter. He was an ex-champion. As I said, a tremendous fighter. But when you look at Israel Adesanya, he's in that superstar platform, right? So it's natural. It's like wherever Conor McGregor goes, he's going to have more support, regardless, right?
Yeah.
I mean, something comparable, I guess, would be when UFC 205, Madison Square Garden, Conor McGregor takes on Eddie Alvarez. That's Eddie Alvarez's hometown, pretty much, right? New York. And then, we saw the support Conor McGregor had. Are we going to see to that magnitude? Probably not. I know, the Irish fans, they travel, with these events, but we'll still, because he's well known, because Israel Adesanya is a household name in the MMA world, and because of his ability to attract audience, right? Obviously, they're going to be a bit more pro Adesanya. I think we saw a little bit of that when Whittaker came on stage. There was a little bit of booing here and there, and then we saw that loud pop for Adesanya. So, but I think they're going to, in the end, I believe after the fight, whoever wins, they'll cheer.
Yeah.
I think the crowd will. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Overall, like you said, polished press conference. Great one to remember for UFC 271.
Yeah.
We've got the weigh-ins as well. So before we wrap this up, does your prediction change after seeing today? Does that change anything? Because after this, there's no going back. We'll be doing our reactions after the event, but this is the last time to get it on record.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one to call. Adesanya looks very composed. He's oozing confidence.
Flashing his watches and
man, he's just and
NFT.
Before we get into predictions, maybe let's take 10 minutes. Let's talk about the new deal he signed as well, right? I mean, that shows the value that the company puts on him, right? I think that's it's very interesting, the timing of everything. On the other hand, we've got Francis Ngannou, trying to fight for a contract that he likes, and then we've got Israel Adesanya securing a contract that, as per his management team, is the second highest paid athlete in the roster. We obviously know who the first one is, Conor McGregor. So that was interesting to see. I think the timing of it was great too. I think something that Adesanya mentioned in one of the media events was that he didn't sign this fight till this week, which is quite interesting too. So leads us to believe there were contract negotiations going on in the background. It was all kept under wraps. I think that's the right way to do it. I think less drama. Is it? I mean, giving him this deal, is that also part of the mind games that the UFC is playing, right? With Francis Ngannou. But I think another key thing that I noticed in that press conference, someone asked about Francis Ngannou in the heavyweight division. Obviously, we've got two big names fighting here from the heavyweight division too. But Dana said that they're having good talks with Francis Ngannou. The way he spoke about it, it feels like they want to keep Francis Ngannou, which is great to see. The UFC is a great place with Francis Ngannou. The heavyweight division is great with Francis Ngannou. We'd love to see that John Jones versus Francis Ngannou fight at some point as well, right? So look, back to predictions. To your question, look, I'm actually going to change my prediction.
Wow.
I'm changing my prediction to
I'm
changing my prediction to 50-50. It's 50-50. That's what my prediction is. Who's going to win? Us, the fans. We're going to win.
What was it before? Again?
I said it was Whittaker decision.
Okay, Whittaker decision. Yeah. I predict Whittaker as well. Nothing's changing actually after this. I still think it's going to go decision.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's going to be a chess match. Two fighters with a lot at stake. Like I said, 3 years has passed since this second fight, right? It's very unique. That much time elapses for a rematch. They've gone on and do different divisions. Like Whittaker, Adesanya paid him respect and said he's torn through the rest of the division and he's deserved to get to where he's at. Right. So salute to both of them. But I think they're going to feel a bit of pressure when the main event comes. Because the loser is going to be it's a legacy fight.
It is indeed. I love the respect shown. I thought it was good. I think it was more the inner martial artist in the both of them coming out. The respect what the other person's doing. So it was great to see. Look, I think Whittaker touched on it. They're both at the top of the division. The rest of the divisions down there, they're doing their own thing, but they're a class apart in that division, right? So I mean, let's hope it's a good fight, right? Let's predict that. Let's predict it to be a good fight. And whoever wins, whoever gets the hand raised, I guess, it's one of those fights where you can genuinely hand on heart say, "May the best man win." That's what it is. So UFC 271.
Absolutely.
Was that 2 sleeps away?
Yep. Let's get it. And with this reaction video, that brings us to a wrap.
Until we get you in another episode of That's That. Catch you later, guys.
Peace.
There.